Look at these beautiful flowers. I got two perfect blooms. We're going to put them in silica and see how they do. So the first step, have an empty container. I like to use the Wise Dry sifter. So you want to have a little bit of silica in there first. Let me set these down carefully. Whoop. So I'm going to put a little silica in. So they're not touching anything but silica. I take these leaves off because I'm not going to need them. And I can dry them separately. Boop. Probably scissors, but all right, here we go. This one right here. I know it looks better with the leaf, but it works better to dry it without. All right, there we go. Now you carefully cover them in silica sand. Oh, that's not so careful. Careful. You want to build it up behind it before you cover the flower, because however the flower is shaped when it's dried is how it stays. So if you weigh down the petals, you're going to have a misshapen flower. So I've got the back here that I'm boosting, and now I'll go in front. And then you can shake and tap the container to get it to settle in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now, just a little bit. And let's go ahead and get them all the way covered. Silica sand is reusable, and that's why you see little petals falling in there. I have used this batch a couple times so far to dry flowers, and it's still good. You can tell because it's orange. With Wise Dry, it will change to not orange when it's too wet, and then you can revive it. But here we go, we're almost done. Put a little bit over here. I'm going a little bit fast for the video's sake. Definitely take your time with this. You don't want to kick up a lot of dust. Silica is not safe to breathe, so wear a dust mask. Just a basic one. All right, now you see we've got a little bit of shaking to do. There we go. And then you want to cover your flowers completely. If there's any sticking out, it will brown and yellow and discolor. I like to do it outside just to keep the dust down. But I like Wise Dry because they sift out all the powder as much as possible, and so you're left with a much less dusty sand, which I really like because, like I said, it's not safe to breathe silica. It's basically tiny, tiny glass, kind of, sort of. You don't want that in your lungs. Anyways, so now we've got all of our sand in there. We'll go ahead and just dump the rest of it. I'm gonna give it a little shake. And now it's ready. I'm gonna put these leaves on top. We're gonna see how they turn out. They're not very juicy, they're not very wet, so I'm not covering them with silica. We'll see how they turn out. It's an experiment. All right, and put on the lid. This one has a little rubber gasket, so it's nice and airtight. And we will come back when these are ready.